Hey dumplings, it's Dave this side. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that happened recently with Blackpink's Lisa and a question she was asked that shook us all and her response. I think this is a very interesting tea we have here today and I want to get into that. I also want to get into an apology Weverse put out over some leaked information. So this is an interesting one. So grab your dumpling, a tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be first, leave your hate comment. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell also so you can be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing I want to jump into is what is going on with Lisa from Blackpink. Now Blackpink rose to fame extremely quickly and they became internationally successful in the American market very quickly. They're extremely talented and obviously very beautiful. So it was just very easy for America to accept them on American TV and radio. Plus they can speak English, so stations were willing to put them on because anything in Korean is apparently too political for America and it would make it appear like they're trying to spread Korean propaganda, which is something that has been said before. But since they rose so quickly, I don't think they realized how famous they got, to the point where they were getting paparazzi'd in certain places and getting paparazzi'd in America. American paparazzi are intense. I think in Korea it's probably not that bad, but people in America don't care about anyone's safety. Now I don't know how many news reporters or paparazzis are familiar with Blackpink's internet quote-unquote drama. It's usually only known within the fandom and if you're very into K-pop. However, if you aren't aware, there's some unspoken tension between Lisa and Jungkook. Not with them actually speaking and having arguments or anything like that, but it's known within the fandom that if you see either BTS or Blackpink on a live stream, to not bring up Lisa and Jungkook because it's probably a pain point for them. Liz Cook is the name of the ship, and if you aren't aware, it's a big one. It was so big that the ship even appeared on TV on Nickelodeon for the favorite couple or something. It's fine to have ships and theories, but it shouldn't go as far as it being on mainstream TV. Also, given that at the time when this was shown on TV, not that many people in America knew BTS or Blackpink. So this was their introduction to it on TV, with the ship that most of us assume isn't real. Blackpink in general also, because of stuff like this, they avoid talking about BTS altogether. Anything that would be remotely inferred as Blackpink talking about BTS is immediately canceled or deleted, just so they can avoid controversy. But oftentimes, once the comment section fills with comments talking about BTS, it's already too late. People will already be talking about it, and of course, once you delete it, it brings more attention to it. Recently, Jennie, Jisoo, and Lisa went on a little date. I'm glad they were able to get some time out of their day to go and hang out. I would imagine their fame up until now wasn't anything crazy. It probably was just every now and then they go outside, a bunch of people would come up and ask for photos. But it probably was only kind people and no one was like attacking them. So they definitely felt comfortable going to a public restaurant with just their driver, it looked like. It didn't even look like they had a bodyguard, which is crazy to think about celebrities being that big and not having protection like that. But I can promise you they had no idea how big they were getting. So Jennie, Jisoo, and Lisa went on their date to a restaurant in Beverly Hills, California. And I don't know if they got a chance to finish their meal or what the deal was, but they got paparazzi'd and they started walking to their car. They didn't even look at the camera. And I can only imagine how they feel because paparazzis are loud and everyone is now staring at them walking to their car. I would have had a panic attack. But one of the paparazzis looked at Lisa and said, "What do you think of BTS?" And of course, Lisa had the best response. She simply ignored them. That's really the only thing you can do when you're asked kind of a rude and sensitive question like that. Now again, I don't know if the paparazzi knew how deep that question was and the quote-unquote issue Lisa fans have with Jungkook and vice versa, or if they were like, oh, it's another K-pop star in America, let me ask. But that's just not okay. I hope it becomes more normal for paparazzis and interviewers to look up what is considered an appropriate question or not. Questions that are considered okay in America, because asking Billie Eilish what she thinks of Taylor Swift is totally fine, but asking another K-pop idol this question causes huge fan wars. This is considered a very sensitive question, and it also has nothing to do with Blackpink's discography. BTS or Blackpink have never used each other's fame to get ahead. Completely different type of music, and likely very different audiences enjoy their music. So you can't compare. And then people will then send hate to BTS if Lisa were to reply she likes them. It to me also felt like there was no question to ask. Like there was nothing to talk about because they don't know anything about Blackpink. They hear a famous K-pop idol walking about Beverly Hills. They just have to say what they know, and they know BTS. So the paparazzi was like, oh my god, BTS. It's very insulting to Blackpink to be like the girls don't have a career of their own and accomplishments of their own to talk about. Jennie had her solo debut a while ago, which are questions to ask. And Lisa's working on a solo project, which of course is an even better question to ask, and something she may have been happy to answer. Jisoo is also in line for her solo. You can definitely tell they weren't ready for this, as they were all dressed in like their bummy clothes. Some were asking where Rosé was. I think this was at the time she was working on her solo. But again, that would have been a great question to ask. I think the paparazzi need to issue a statement and an apology. I do think they need to understand that it's unacceptable to be asking people rude questions. You have them being rude, but then you have companies like Weverse who right their wrongs and make me really happy for the fate of humanity. If you don't know, something really bad happened recently that made me kind of scared, honestly. I don't know how many people knew about this because it seemed like before the apology, no one realized it even happened. If you remember, GFriend kind of decided to disband and I guess do their own thing. We're not sure what they're up to now, and maybe they want to take a break. And so I believe there was a lot of stuff planned for GFriend, maybe membership things. Of course, after the announcement of GFriend being over, people wanted their refunds for some things. There was a refund request form, I guess, I'm not sure. And for a few minutes, actually 9 minutes to be specific, the form had exposed people's personal information on the website. I hope no one was able to see it, but I also don't think people were on Weverse hoping this would happen and ready to take screenshots of any of it. So I hope everyone's information is safe. I think they did a great job immediately owning up to this and taking accountability. I absolutely stand this company so much because they don't try to defer and reflect. You'll have other companies write their apologies and not even apologize and just say, well, you didn't have to get a refund, so it's your fault. It's like, oh, but Weverse took accountability, and for that, they will be a company I will personally feel safe using, even if this happened to me, because I'll check to make sure I'm okay, and then I'll know if anything bad happens in the future, they will address and try to fix it immediately. That's really good. So good job for Weverse owning up to it. I want to read their statement. This is not their full statement, just a portion of it. On June 9th, as part of the processing of providing information regarding the refund of GFriend memberships and collecting the required information via Google survey, an error occurred in the access settings, resulting in the exposure of personal information of 22 members for approximately 9 minutes, as we co-signed some of our personal information handling process to the platform as part of our membership management. Source Music is obligated to exercise strict management and oversight, but failed to do so. We apologize for this negligence. In response to this incident, the error was corrected immediately after it was discovered, and a report was filed with the Personal Information Protection Commission. A separate email was sent to the affected members to assist them in preventing further damage that may occur and provide contact information for reporting and discuss any such issues. We are sorry that we have caused concern to our membership holders due to this incident. We will improve and augment our internal information protection management procedures to make sure that such breaches never occur again. Wonderful, amazing, I love it. That is a real apology. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check stuff out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down. So I do keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you'd like to see over there. Currently, there's over 300 videos that are already up on there and a couple of spots left on the $1 tier if you would like to go ahead and check that out. You can get access to the videos immediately. There's also currently a new tier that I posted where you can get photo cards from me if you would like to do that. Please make sure you check out that tier if you're interested. I also send out monthly cards as well, so make sure you check out all of that. All of that will be linked down in the description down below. There's also a video that kind of goes over a little bit about how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. That video will be free to watch over there as well. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.